Welcome back to the Empire. If you're passing by for the first time, please feel free to join us and feel free to be part of this family by subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you get notified every time I put up my video. Happy New Year, everyone! Happy 2020! Happy Mbao! Happy take it. It's not take it. I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. Happy New Year, everyone. This is the first video of the year and it's dropping and I feel like, wow, awesome. So without talking too much, I just felt like in 2020 we all want to have a flawless makeup application. We all want to look dewy, we all want to look dope, we all want to look like we are shining from within, we all just want to feel good about ourselves. And what more good thing to do but to put up a video showing you guys how to have a flawless makeup application and just feel good about yourself. So without further ado, let's just get straight into that video. I've already done my eyes, part of my eyes that is, and my eyebrows off camera, but this year we're gonna do great things, I'm hoping. So let's just do this. Okay, so first things first, when it comes to having the most amazing and beautiful makeup outcome or flawless application, you really want to take care of your skin. Like, skincare is the major thing. Skincare is like one of the things that's gonna give you the best makeup application. You really want to take care of your skin. And I did change my skincare regimen. Initially I used to use a lot of homemade skincare products, which were good, by the way. They were good to keeping my skin all, you know, smooth and stuff. And but I did change it and I went ahead and I started using the Garnier products. I'm just trying to fix my mirror. The Garnier products, and this is my skin. I have been loving my skin. I have been loving and enjoying my what is it called, my skin without makeup. Like, lately I'm rocking my skin a lot without makeup. Not that my skin is bad, yo, I have good skin, not that I look bad without makeup, but I just felt like, you know, going to 2020, I want to have a good skincare routine, and I want to have skin like glass. Can you see that? The skin is flourishing, it's amazing, it's beautiful. So take care of the skin. I'm gonna do an updated skincare video this year with Garnier, and just, you know, show you guys if it's a good product or if it's a yes or a nay. But so far I'm loving it. The only thing I don't like about it is that they have a lot of products for oily skin people. Okay, so take care of your skin. Next thing, so I've already, you know, done my skincare routine, my daily skincare routine. I have moisturized my skin, and for moisturizing I use the Boras. This is the shea butter. I've talked about this before. This whipped shea butter from Boras Beauty. And then I also go ahead and I spray my face using rose water, which I can just go ahead and do again. Then my next step is going to be to conceal all my dark areas. Before I conceal my dark areas, I need to prime my face. So I'm going to use a primer, and the primer that I'm using today, which primer should I use today? So I'm using the LA Pro and Prep primer. This is the smoothing face primer. I got this from Ken's Pharmacy some time back, long ago. I want to use it because I normally don't use it, and it's a good primer. It's just like gel. I'm gonna use that on my face. It feels really good. This is like a smoothing primer. It's so smooth, and you wanna take it all the way down to your neck. So skin prepping is number one when it comes to good skincare, good flawless makeup application. Invest in your primers, invest in your moisturizers. If you have dry skin like me, you really have to go in with a lot of prepping just to make your skin hydrated once you're done with your makeup. So this is what we're doing now. So the lights decided to disappear on us. So then I did my lashes, and then I concealed my dark areas. I used the LA Pro Conceal in the shade Orange to do that. So the next thing we want to do is hydrate my face, and I'll use my rose water as usual, because dry. And then from there we are going to do our foundation. So before I do my foundation, I always do go in with a luminous base. So this is the Luminous Glow Skin Illuminator by Illegal. This is going to give us an illuminating, finish. Tip number 2: when you want to have a flawless makeup application. Lately I avoid blenders, so I use only brushes for my makeup. If you want to have the best makeup application, try using brushes. They're like the best. So I'm just gonna blend that using a brush all over my face. So you're going to notice that all through this video there's no place I'm going to use a beauty blender, because I recently realized that when I use brushes, it gives me like an airbrush kind of finish compared to me using blenders. I feel like blenders suck in a lot of products. Then also, if you want to save your products like foundations and concealers, you really want to use brushes because they use little products compared to you using blenders. Did I make sense in that? So once our illuminating base is on our face, so it's now time to go straight into our foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to use my favorite. This is my all-time. Already you can see how my skin is just glowing and looking out good. So I'm going to use Revlon foundation. This is in the shade Mahogany. Like, I always forget my shade. It's Mahogany. So yeah, this is the one I'm going to use, and I'm going to apply it all over my face. So you can see correcting my under eyes kind of made a difference. Let's just see how that went by. Don't forget to correct your face anytime you want to have a flawless glam look. Don't forget to do that for your eyes. So before I blend my foundation, always hydrate. Like, if you have dry skin, hydration is the key. I also hydrate my brush also. I hydrate my face and I hydrate my brush. And I don't blend using a beauty blender, I blend using a brush. So you're gonna see how this foundation is gonna blend in so well. Be careful with your under eyes, because remember, we did conceal our dark areas, so we don't want that orange to be showing under our eyes, so we want to be careful with that. So don't rub. All you want to do is just tap. The same way you dab using a blender is the same way you want to do this with your brush also. So just take it all the way down to your neck, something that I don't like doing, but I have to because my neck is way darker than my face, so I want it to blend in well. But I don't apply any more product onto the brush. Whatever it is remaining once I've blended my face is what I'm going to use on my my neck. And you guys can see that once you have concealed your dark areas, you're gonna use a little foundation and you're going to have like good coverage. Let's just blend our forehead. I do have a more detailed foundation application for dry skin people. If you have dry skin, I do have a more detailed video on that, which I'm going to try and link either on my description box or right here. You can go check it out if you haven't seen it already. This is just to help you understand that you want to have like a flawless face beat, you guys. This is how you go about it. If you want to have that kind of glowing from within, the secret is just what I've shown you right there. Hydrate, then apply an illuminating, which it's a step you can skip, by the way. You can use an hydrating foundation if you have one, but in this case I'm using a matte foundation, so that's why I don't want my face to look like it's being sucked, moisture is being sucked out of my face. So I decided, let me just use an illuminating base and then hydrate and then just apply the foundation so that I can just glow from within like this. Looks good, right? So I love this foundation because it always makes me look like skin. Like, there's not much that I've applied on my hair. Like, it just looks so normal, like it's my face. It's my skin, I mean, of my face, so that's the reason why I really love it. And I haven't like landed myself on another foundation that is super super good. Remember, we're not using blenders, so be careful with your under eyes. So that is done. The next thing I want to do, look at that. Ooh, you can just get out of the house, put on some gloves and just get out of the house like this. It looks good, right? So the next thing I want to do is just go straight and do our concealing. And for concealing today, I'm going to use my LA Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn, simply because I want to have a natural look more than having a more, you know, glamorous. And then also it's during the day, so I just want to have something that looks more like skin and not way much highlighted. So you can see this concealer is like one shade lighter than my face, so not like lighter than my shade. Then I have my concealer on, right? So what am I doing next? Hydrate, because sometimes I feel like concealers make my skin dry, or sometimes I feel like my concealers are dry, so I go ahead and hydrate again. So I use my rose water, which always comes in handy. The next thing I want to do, as always, you know, you're wondering, I said I'm not gonna use any blenders because I realized that when I use blenders, my foundation routine doesn't turn out so, you know, it doesn't come out like, I don't know. I just feel like lately when I use brushes, I get a more airbrushed kind of look. So I'm going to go straight into a brush to blend that. I'm going to use these tiny brushes which come in handy. This is the one I'm going to use to blend, and I'm also going to hydrate that brush. So anytime you add a product, hydrate, especially if you have dry skin. So I just blend that into the skin. I just feel like brushes give you a perfect look, and then they just save a lot of time compared to just blender. Look at how fast I just blended that area. Then we're not rubbing, we're just, you know, the same way we dab using blenders, it's the same way we're gonna use this. Can you see how flawless that what is it called, concealer looks like? It's like it's skin. Can you see, like, I've blended that concealer in a perfect way. So brushes give you the best makeup applications yet. This is something that I've mastered over, it doesn't really need mastering, but it's something that I've noticed over the couple of months that I've been wearing makeup. I can't even remember the last time I used a blender on my face, because lately I feel like, hey, brushes, oh, brushes, it gives me an airbrush kind of look. Look at that. I look so good even without contour. It looks so perfect. I don't know if my camera is giving out the same effect that I have right here on my mirror. And then you guys also want to have like a natural look, so that's why I decided to go just one shade lighter with concealer, and you guys can see that it looks amazing and amazing. So for contouring today, I'm going to use, this is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 375. It's like almost the darkest shade. It's been a while since I did cream contour, and I'm just gonna put a little bit, just a dot. We can do a nose contour. I'm just gonna use the same brush I used for my highlight. For my nose contour, I'm going to use this brush right here. This is the brush I'm going to use for my nose contour. So I'm just gonna take a little product, which I rarely do nose contours using cream contours because it can be a bit harsh. that into our nose. Then I'm gonna use my finger because I want it to be as light as possible. So yeah guys, you can see I've blended my foundation using a brush. I've done blended my concealers using a brush. I've blended my contour using a brush. So the next thing I want to do is to set, and for setting I still want to use brushes, but before I set I want to go under my eyes and just get any creasing the same way you will do with a blender is the same way you want to do with this. So for setting I'm using the Sacha Buttercup powder, and because I have dry skin I'm not going to bake, so just want to sink that into my skin. And then I'm gonna dust it off, get rid of the white cast. And to get rid of that white cast I'm going to use my LA powder, my LA Girl powder in the shade Warm Caramel, which is like my shade of powder. This one right here is the one I'm going to use. That is it. That is done with that powder. The next thing now for us to do is to set our contoured areas, and for setting that contour I'm going to use two powders. I'm going to use, this is the Espresso Fit Me Espresso in the shade 370, and the foundation that I used was in 375, so I guess it's darker than this. And then I'm going to use this bronzer, this W7 bronzer, just to warm up everything on my face, just so that we don't look dark on those areas that we had. So I'm going to start with the 370 Fit Me powder, and I'm going to just lightly contour that area. Powder contour, not like anything. This is the reason why I don't like doing cream contours, because it's going to give me a heavy contour once I set it. I don't like it that much, so I just go straight and do. This powder is pigmented. I'm just gonna put that on all the areas that I did contour, including my nose. So like I have already set everything. I have contoured and I have highlighted and I have, so it's time for us to do shimmer highlights and to set this face, do a lipstick and get out of here. But basically what you want to do is if you want to get like an airbrushed look like this, or I should just finish and then I explain everything. Let me just finish. Let me just set this face so you guys can get a feel of what I'm trying to see. So I'm using e.l.f. setting spray. Because I want this setting spray to sink into my skin and to, if I have white areas, I'm just gonna use a brush and just, dab onto my skin and help it sink on the areas where I feel like it can be a little bit white, just to make it sink well. The same way you would do with a beauty blender. But in this case, no blenders are needed. And because I don't want to have a harsh, that's the reason why I've chosen this highlight, because I don't want a harsh highlight today. I just want a subtle highlight, subtle, very subtle. Okay, when it comes to my nose highlight on the bridge of my nose, I don't drag it like shwa. I don't. I just put it here, like that, and then I use my fan brush to just, I don't know if it makes sense, but for me it does. I just do this, do this because I don't like that straight out line that's just showing. Oh my goodness, you highlighted your nose way too much, and just do this like that. So looks, I'm gonna use my favorite lipstick. This is Joanna K in the shade Free Spirit. It's like My favorite one. I don't want to. I was supposed to wear red lipstick, but plans change. So guys, this is our final look right here. This is how we look after we have done everything. Everything is complete. This is how we look now. No beauty blenders used, just the brushes, and you all can see like it's like skin. I have a flawless skin going on, like a flawless application. I don't look like I've applied any product on my face. At least that's what my mirror is showing me. I don't know about the camera, yeah, but my mirror is showing me like we are bomb. We don't look like we have applied anything on our skin. We just look like we woke up like this. We woke up like this is our skin, y'all. This is how you get a flawless foundation. Number one, if you have dry skin, hydrate. Number two, if use an illuminating base. That is if you have like what is it called, a matte foundation. But if you do not have a matte foundation, you have dry skin, you can always go ahead and use a hydrating foundation. If you have oily skin, you can always, you know, use an illuminating primer. At the same time, also if you have dry skin, you can use an illuminating primer. But since I was using an illuminating base, I decided to just use a smoothing primer, which also helps with, you know, hiding the pores and just, you know, I don't know if it's closing them or just making them less visible, which is a good thing. You can also look for a primer that will help with the pores. And then illuminating base, if it's a must for you to use the illuminating base, but it's not necessary for you to use the illuminating base. Just get a good foundation. If you have dry skin, get a hydrating foundation. If you can't get yourself on a hydrating foundation, use an illuminating base to give you like an luminous kind of, you know, a misty kind of outcome right there. And then when it comes to a setting spray and you have dry skin, use a misty setting spray, because you're gonna have like, ooh, you're gonna be glowing all the way to whatever it is you're going. This looks amazing. And then my third tip, ditch blenders if necessary, because lately I've noticed that when I use, I'm gonna come up with a video showing you the difference between a blender side and a brush side. So you're gonna see how that's gonna work, and then we're going to compare and see which side looks more airbrush, which side looks more flawless. But lately this is just how I do my makeup. I don't do blenders, I ditched blenders. So I just go ahead and I use some brushes and I get a flawless coverage and a beautiful coverage. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you link all your questions down below. This is 2020. We're gonna do a lot of great stuff, and I'm happy that I'm able to shoot this video for you. This is all about showing you guys in 2020 we're gonna have like flawless applications here. We're gonna have beautiful applications. I look like skin. This is my skin. It's not an exaggerated kind of makeup look, but it's like a full glam. I look like, ooh, who's gonna take me out? Anyway, I'm gonna see you guys next time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and most definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe right here. All the details to this video are going to be in the description box if I remember to put them. And then also, I think I'm gonna have to talk about this hair, because this is bohemian, you guys, and it's so disadvantaging. So I'm gonna see you guys next time, and for that, you know what I say, bye bye.